วัสดีค่ะ Hello everyone, welcome to ASEAN Talk, the program that brings you updates on what's going on around in our ASEAN community. With I am Dr. Chongpatiyutt. So having with us today is Y.YOO Chongpatiyutt. สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Welcome to our program, Y.YOO. Well, in the old days, in order to ASEAN company to get the contract, international, overseas, well, we need to have like a big, names. But now you just, become yourself the Thai-owned company who can, get the contract overseas. So how was it different?
Well, I joined the company 18 years ago. Since we joined the company, we've been working overseas for a long time. Actually, we've been working from the local office from Bangkok. For example, we work in Japan, Korea, China, Hong Kong, and a lot of places in Asia. And recently, we got the project in Morocco, and we've been working together with the team, with the local company who's got the knowledge in the local location. So basically, we've been working overseas for a long time.
So from your experience, you have a huge big experience. What are the difference in terms of their requirements? Let's say European clients or Asian clients?
Well, I think people have different requirements. Doesn't matter where they come from, but the European or Western clients tend to have their own guideline. Very hard to be flexible, and you have to follow some certain guideline. For example, and working with the big hotel firms like hotel operation, they certainly have their own guideline because they've been very successful in the past, and they're looking for some sort of inspiration or different design to add value in their new design or new hotel most of the time, but they don't look for something totally new.
So they tend to keep their original image.
Yeah, that Westerners or European client. But sometimes for Thai clients, they look for something different. Or the Asian people, I think we not really challenge ourselves enough. A lot of people try to do better thing, different thing, but they hesitate to lead in the process of design. They said, well, how it's going to look, how it's going to be like, and I'm not sure it's going to look good. So rather than trust the design you appointed, they just got nervous about all the outcome. And most of the foreigners, they like challenging. They like to go with you. They trust you, and they say, okay, try. If I don't like it, you tear it off and you pay for it. But they normally like to come for the term of challenging with you. That's the excitement that we have in different culture.
How would you see yourself as a strength of your company?
If I was a lot younger, I would see myself as a weakness of the company. But now I'm getting older, and
you still look young.
Thank you. Well, I see having women in any business will help, because if you normally when we go to the meeting, we strategize how and who should come to the meeting, and to have women sometimes helps in terms of the softness of the meeting. So, but I'm not the soft person. I'm a little bit not giant, but apparently to have women there is help, because a lot of things that been negotiated through gender and different gender, and they sometimes the meeting going too hard or very aggressive. But if you send women there, it's always change the whole attitude, and it's easier to deal with. And I think I can add the value into business that way. And also with a few conflict in the business itself, and having a woman to deal with that is actually going a lot easier.
Right.
That's the way I see.
Well, this is very interesting that you mentioned that to have a woman in the company is some kind of a strength in your company, because from my observation, I didn't see lots of women who could be successful in this industry, but you are the exceptional case. So how would you develop a special a talent and skills in order to compete with the males who is in the industry?
Right. Having the opportunity traveling around and being on your own, dealing with a lot of people, contractors, 30 people in a meeting room, and you have to deal with the project, you have to deliver, and you spend that money properly. That probably been the structure that built me to now, and I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I just want to do my best. And in the past, it's very difficult for a one woman Thai probably also to go overseas and managing the older contractor to do what she or the company want them to do. And I've been through a lot, insulting mode and all things. But I think it's great opportunity to be the woman in that sense. And the older you are, the more respect you gain. And I think it's the same as another gender. And it's very difficult in the past. But I'm still thinking I'm not good enough. But a lot to be done, a lot to be improving. So it's just good opportunity. Be lucky.
Yeah. So, Pannipart, how would you see the business opportunity within our ASEAN region?
It's a great opportunity. I think ASEAN has been undervalued, and it's time to come out from the crisis together. And it's only, well, you have to be united. You probably heard about uniting all the time, but we have to unite. Got to be unique product out here, and people have to help each other, not to fight with each other.
So what would you see, how would you forecast your business in the future?
We've been working with a lot of overseas firms who come to work in Bangkok or Thailand quite a lot. And I think we have great relationship. It's the way we can learn from each other. And you want to learn from other people, you want to work overseas, but you don't let people to come to work here. But, well, what's so fair? And so I think the more we open up, the more we learn from our lesson, the more we learn from each other. So it's the only way to improve the industry.
I see. At the moment, I see that there are lots of demands, let's say in the Middle East and also in China, where they're creating like big mega project, lots of buildings just coming up. Do you think if ASEAN company, could get together, in order to get a job overseas, how could we do that?
A bit like consortium.
Yeah, like consortium.
Yeah, we can do that, and a lot of firms has been doing that so far. So it's just the financial strength that we need to come up together, because those sort of big projects would need some certain what you call bank guarantee and the bonding and big amount, and with one or small firm that you can't achieve that. So you need to link up with a few big firms together to come up.
But I think maybe the ASEAN companies start, looking at each other as a good friends, because, like for example, Singapore, they got lots of money, and Thai, we got lots of skills, and maybe in any other country we could get together and share ideas and get a contract under the ASEAN consortium.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank you very much, K.Yupa, for joining us. Well, we still have to be optimistic because our ASEAN has a strength in terms of design and architectural industry. So let's start thinking about it today, and then we can start working together in a very near future. Okay, so this is it for ASEAN Talk for today. Well, tune in for more interesting programs with the ASEAN TV, and meet us again until next time. Goodbye.